Cierra Green, a name that probably shouldn't be in your brain right now, but here we are. Buckle up because today we're diving back into the chaotic saga of TikTok's strangest furry fictional relationship builder, cardboard ear copyright queen, and possibly one of the darkest creators to ever roam the app. So let's set the stage. It's October 2024. The world is just trying to survive its daily dose of doom scrolling, and meanwhile, Cierra Green is cooking up her magnum opus Broken Friendship. For those of you lucky enough to never have heard of it, Broken Friendship is Sierra's homemade soap opera starring herself and Robbie Rotten. Yes, that Robbie Rotten. The one from Lazy Town, the guy who sang We Are Number One. May he rest in peace, because even in death, he's being dragged into one of the most unhinged self-insert fanfics ever created. The premise of Broken Friendship is simple. Cierra and Robbie are besties. They dance around Lazy Town, plot against Sporticus, and eat cake. Sounds innocent, right? But if you think it's just friendship, you're underestimating the unfiltered depths of Cierra's mind. This was never about friendship. This was a full-blown Robbie is my boyfriend and we live together in Lazy Town romantic fantasy arc. The drama begins with Robbie denying their friendship, which sends Cierra into a meltdown bigger than your Wi-Fi cutting out mid-TikTok scroll. But redemption comes swiftly. Robbie apologizes, and they go back to dancing around his lair, pulling schemes on Sporticus like some twisted Bonnie and Clyde duo. Honestly, it's the fanfic no one asked for, but somehow still exists. But wait, plot twist. Enter Striker from Hell of a Boss, a literal demon cowboy assassin who tries to kill Cierra, putting her in a coma. Because why not mix your Robbie Rotten fanfic with demon furries? Cierra eventually wakes up from her coma with Robbie Rotten holding her hand like he's Prince Charming about to plant a kiss on Sleeping Beauty. At this point, reality and fiction are so blurred, it feels like stepping into an acid trip with Disney villains. Now here's where it gets really dark. Just when you think it's over, Cierra decides to kill herself off in her own storyline. Yep, the final episode of Broken Friendship shows her funeral montage, complete with angel edits of her floating above Robbie Rotten, watching him forever like the ghost of clingy girlfriends past. Because what screams true love louder than haunting your fictional boyfriend from the afterlife? After this funeral arc, Cierra's Robbie content slows down, probably because it's hard to make new love stories when you're dead in your own universe. But never fear, Cierra found new obsessions to fill the void. She set her sights on Steve Irwin, yes, the crocodile hunter. May he rest in peace too, because he's also been forcibly resurrected into Cierra's world of unhinged edits. And then came Jacksepticeye. If you're a popular man on the internet with an accent, congratulations. You're probably on Cierra's digital boyfriend wish list. It's like Pokemon for her, but instead of catching them, she edits herself kissing them in poorly cut TikToks with emotionally manipulative music blasting over them. With Robbie's story dead, literally, Cierra shifted focus to her furry persona, Ma. Who is Ma, you ask? Imagine Cierra in a plastic dinosaur mask from Dollar Tree, silently staring into your soul on TikTok. That's Ma. Fun fact, Ma is nonverbal, so her videos are just her doing unsettling head tilts while wearing the mask with Walmart sweatpants. It's like Five Nights at Freddy's if Freddy was unemployed and lived in a trailer park, but Cierra wasn't done leveling up. One day, while wandering through Spirit Halloween, she found a fursuit head and bought it immediately. Thus, Trover was born. Trover is Ma's cousin, male, bisexual, and loves singing and dancing. Honestly, Trover sounds like a pretty chill dude compared to the rest of her creations. At least, he's not obsessed with deceased TV show villains. Let's not forget her copyright meltdown. Remember her iconic paper ears taped to her head? She went full Karen when someone made similar ears, screaming into the camera. Does this sound like paper to you? No! It's cardboard! Get it right! She turned into an angry Etsy seller threatening to sue a child over origami. Calm down, Cierra. Mattel isn't coming for your Dollar Tree ear pat.
Made of paper? Does this sound like paper to you? Does that sound like paper to you? No. Cardboard. Get it right. When I say my ears aren't for sale, I didn't mean just go and make your own ears. Guys, you're stealing my design. Stop it. Like, what is wrong with you? You cannot steal no one else's ears that they made. You're stealing my idea. And you can't do that. You can't just go around and do that. This is not right. I made those ears with my own hands. My own 2 hands. And you think it's okay to steal them? No, it is not okay. What is wrong with you? I mean, if you want to make your own ears, use a different color. Not my colors. That's stealing. That's totally stealing. Stealing. You can't do that.
Then came her ambition to reboot Lazy Town and Fred. She pitched herself as Fred Figglehorn's cousin, with a squeaky voice to match. She even filmed a Fred skit as Stacy, Fred's cousin, complaining about Judy being a jerk to Fred. Meanwhile, Judy is fictional and living her best life, not being edited into bizarre TikToks by a woman wearing a Spirit Halloween raptor head. Things took a sad turn when Cierra's mom passed away. She shared a vulnerable video showing her old trailer home, elephant posters, and her mom's coloring books. Despite this tragedy, Cierra didn't stop posting. She moved into her new apartment, unpacked her wigs, put on her pink Lazy Town wig, and went straight back to making Robbie edits and Jack Shy Thirst posts like nothing happened. But here's where the darkness intensifies. Cierra's TikTok manager locked her out of her account after allegations surfaced about her having inappropriate conversations with minors. The manager released a statement saying multiple people came forward with proof and the account was shut down. For a while, Cierra vanished from the internet. That piece didn't last long. She came back with new accounts posting furry videos, Robbie edits, and even explaining her psoriasis to trolls accusing her of having dirt elbows, but the allegations didn't stop there. A pinned post from someone claiming to be one of her victims accused Cierra of grooming them since they were 13, calling her an animal abuser, manipulator, and more. They provided Discord messages of her telling friends she'd wait until a minor was old enough to date, which is beyond disturbing. The Discord messages included Cierra saying about a 16-year-old, "My friend said I can date him when he's 17, and trying to justify it because he had no friends is like she's reading from the Predator handbook. Another message showed her saying she broke up with him after 5 days. Congratulations, Cierra. You managed to make broken friendship look sane compared to your real life. The victim said Cierra manipulated them for years, sending explicit roleplay messages without warning and forcing them to defend her online. They claimed she slut-shamed multiple minors, manipulated a 16-year-old boyfriend while in her mid-20s, and created a toxic Discord cult around her furry universe, all while editing herself kissing Robbie Rotten and Steve Irwin on TikTok. It's like every red flag combined into a horror show of delusion. As if that wasn't enough, Cierra's return to TikTok showed her doubling down. She went back to posting Robbie edits and even made a video cosplaying as Stephanie from Lazy Town with a wig she cut herself. She explained that she bought a side-swept hard wig, whatever that means, and turned it into a Stephanie wig because she had no choice. The bangs were in her face, the cut was uneven, but she still proudly declared, "I love how I styled it." Confidence unmatched. Her followers, however, were not impressed. Criticism flooded in, but Cierra brushed it off like dandruff on her dinosaur mask. She then went on live explaining her psoriasis, while trolls spammed the comments calling her dirty. She said it runs in her family and she hates when it catches on her clothes, which honestly is the most relatable thing she's ever said. Then came another bombshell. Someone hacked her account again and posted a new set of allegations from another minor, claiming Cierra had groomed them for years, forced them to lie to protect her, and threatened them emotionally whenever they wanted to leave. They said Cierra took their innocence and manipulated them into silence. Screenshots showed Cierra admitting to knowing what she was doing was wrong, but continuing anyway. At this point, Cierra's saga reads like a disturbing Wattpad story written by a kid hopped up on Mountain Dew at 3 a.m. What started as comedic cringe content turned into one of the darkest TikTok rabbit holes imaginable. Cierra Green went from Robbie Rotten's clingy fan to someone facing allegations that could ruin lives. The saddest part is how many people were caught in her web. Minors who just wanted a friend, fans who admired her creativity, and viewers who didn't realize their comedic cringe queen was potentially one of TikTok's most dangerous creators. And now Cierra continues to post as if nothing happened. Her universe remains intact, filled with paper ears, raptor masks, dead celebrities, and Robbie Rotten edits. If more information comes out, her story will keep unfolding. But until then, if you see a pink LazyTown wig or dinosaur mask pop up on your FYP, do yourself a favor, scroll past, save your sanity, and remember, behind every cursed TikTok lies a creator who might just be hiding a reality darker than their fictional universe.